up, y'all? This is Ashay. Welcome to Asè'Underground, coming with another pick a card reading on what curse or possibly even curses you have broken, okay? I want to think of another way of saying this, but maybe it'll come during the reading. So let's see. Motivation here. All right. This beautiful, is this a monarch? Atete, worthiness. You have Oshun, fearless love, and you have Mama, staff. I'm getting bold, brave, a woman of confidence. Maybe you have come into yourself, okay? You might have, I heard puberty. Okay. This is giving, and it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man here, but this is really giving what do they call it when you come into adulthood? Like you've gone through your rites of passage and you are finally sitting on your throne. You are finally sitting in your maturity. You are, or for my younger people out there, there's a battle that you've overcome with your self-worth, okay? And with your self-love, it really doesn't matter what age, okay? But there's different rites of passage. So the rites of passage I had, in my early 20s, when I finally, maybe, I don't want to talk about like colorism and stuff like that right now, but you could have had like acceptance with your hair texture. Maybe you've had acceptance of your skin. Maybe you don't get acne any longer. That's a really good one. That's something that I overcame in my mid-20s, acne, right? That's completely different than, now having my kids and coming into myself as a mother, right? So that's what I mean by like different ages and different ways that we can come into our adulthood, into our womanhood, into our manhood. Your manhood before kids is going to look different than, fatherhood. Same thing with motherhood is going to look different than when you become a grandmother, right? And so there's something here where you have gotten into a space of self-acceptance. You could be on your way to self-actualization. There could be moments in your life now where you experience self-actualization. There's some things that know about yourself now that maybe you didn't know about in your past. Things that you understand about yourself now. There's an acceptance of beauty here, and an acceptance of self-value as well, okay? Understanding that you're worthy. You could understand worthiness beyond material things. Skill sets that you know that you have. Insights that you understand that you have. Mindsets, right? Things that you bring to the table beyond beauty. You may understand that you don't need to shy away from beauty any longer if you used to, because there is nothing wrong with amplifying your power. Oh, I never said that out loud before. That is, woo! I love that. You could use beauty to motivate you. So it's really the intention behind things, right? It's not that anything is specifically bad or good, but it's really our magical intention or our ether, I'll even say, that we put into something that makes it become what it is, and that will have the ripple effect that it, later in life. And I just get a sense here that someone understands how to mix certain energies better now, how to use certain things to work in their favor. Like if you look at Oshun in the mirror, right? People will see the mirror as like vain or, oh, she's always in the mirror, right? But on the other side of having a mirror is knowing that it's something that helps with detail. It's something that helps with perfection. It can help amplify your beauty, which amplifies your power in this world. Okay. So it can be used as a tool of, of positivity, right? It is a tool at the end of the day. And so if other people try to project certain things onto you, I see someone kind of like reflecting it back. I've been there, done that. I've, had people try to gaslight me about my beauty, had people try to, and I'm talking about you here, Power One. You could have had people try to gaslight you about your hair, your beauty, you're this, you're that because of the way you look or whatever it is. And a curse of that is broken. You get to be you now. And not let the projections and the gaslighting and whatever this has to do affect your self-worth, affect the love that you have for yourself. You may also be able to spot out insecurities in others and love them past it when necessary, perhaps even without enabling it, okay? So you may understand when you're enabling certain insecurities, when you need to put people into, when you do need to give a certain consequence, right? And when it's time to say, okay, like this, this is over. If the lesson has been learned here, we can move forward. So boundaries are very important for this group too. And this group would be very good with that, especially with mama staff here. This is not a group that's a spring chicken. This is not a group that doesn't understand what to do with their beauty, how to use their beauty, how to, and this is so beyond beauty. This is someone who knows their skill sets, okay? And just has an inner knowing of their soul. You can know how to have a good time, how to have fun, how to not take things too seriously, but you are a serious person. You're not somebody to play with. We all know that the Queen of Wands or Mama Staff can be associated with black magic, right? So she's the girl who could be dancing on top of a bar, but could also possibly throw something at you. So she's not somebody to mess with. She might seem fun, outgoing, loving, free, right? Potentially all up in your face. But with the Mama Staff upright, she will know when to dial it back, how to dial it back, when to put boundaries. And she does have hidden knowledge, okay? She's not the one. I'm getting Rochelle Retela again. You guys have heard me talk about this song on the channel. I saw the music video again yesterday. I was like, wow. She has that childlike spirit, right? But she also has Mommy Wada. I believe she had Archangel Michael. You see that all in the music video on her altar, right? So, okay, it's giving that. Now, let me look into the kind of like, I kind of want to get why Spirit is proud of you for breaking this curse. Like more into the curse. Look, Mother of Sticks again. Yes, yes. Mother of Sticks, Mama Staff, Queen of Wands. Can't make this up. I just heard someone here is a leader. Dr. Buzzer, justice. This is your justice, okay? You might even use magic to get certain justices in your life, if need be, okay? You could have an understanding of the natural world that other people don't necessarily have. More than likely you do, but let's keep it real. Okay, so yeah, this is someone who knows their worth, knows who they are. If you haven't, if there are certain injustices that are happening right now, Spirit is calling on you to tap into your magic, your power to create justice for yourself. You have that divine right. It's kind of like in Christianity, they want you to give it to God, right? Same thing, okay? Because this magic is for you, for your greatest good, to level you up. It's not like you're throwing this at anybody, you know what I'm saying? So if you haven't done that yet, And I don't care if it's reading a psalm. Like, it don't have to be whatever stereotype people have about magic. It doesn't have to be that. It could literally be opening your Bible and finding a psalm that's going to get you justice in a situation, right? And saying that psalm out loud with a white candle. It doesn't have to be anything too serious, especially when your essence is this powerful, okay? Now, this is really interesting. So this is giving the energy of private victories here, okay? With the Six of Sticks in reverse and the Daughter of Coins upright. You may give to a lot of different people here. Look out for a lot of different people here. Making sure, people eat, that people are good, they're taken care of. This, maybe you don't get recognized for this, for all the things that you do for others here. I just heard recognize yourself. You can't, for some reason, you cannot look for other people or to other people for the recognition or for the motivation. Because you are the leader, because you are the motivation, you are the inspiration, you are the spark. It's like something just between you and spirit. It's kind of like, I'm thinking like Marie Antoinette when she was giving people the bread. But she cannot expect, the common folk or the peasants, right? You can't expect them to do anything for you. Your job is to be a source of inspiration for the people and make sure that your people are good. And the victory is seen through the people, through the subjects, through the kingdom, if you are a good leader, right? So, I don't know why I'm picking up Donald Trump here. That like Donald Trump birthday party. Your vibe is more, instead of you like throwing a birthday party for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with celebrating yourself, right? But your power, your victory is in everybody having a good time, or everybody being able to come to a trip, everybody's kids being taken care of, everybody's kids gets a Christmas gift, right? All the women have homes that are, have stability. Your village is fruitful. The village garden is doing well. There's a playground. There's library books. There's, everyone is getting a paycheck coming in. When you walk in, everyone is dressed to the nines. Right? So, or it doesn't have to be a village sense. It could be just your family. So all of your kids look good. Right? Your husband is dressed well. Your kids look good. Now, usually this would be more of the Mother of Coins energy. The Mother of Coins is going to make sure that her whole immediate family is taken care of. But I'm just getting here with the Daughter of Coins in this, right? Because this isn't the tarot deck. This is the hoodoo deck. That even at the daughter level, even like this is something you could have already had within you at a younger age. Before you even became this leader, you were already in training for this or giving out these type of services. So now maybe with your own family maybe now that you have children now, you're able to do that for your children. So people aren't just going to see you dressed up. They're going to see your children dressed up. They're not just going to see your hair done. They're going to see that the children's hair is also done. When you make a meal, right, and somebody comes over, there's enough for them as well. Your husband is also going to look good. Your husband is also taken care of, right? So, you're packing a lunch for your husband every day, whatever it is. Now, why did this curse need to be broken? Like, what was this? Why is this even a curse? Because the way I'm describing it, it just seems so innate in you. It seems like such a natural ability. It's kind of weird that anything would even be stopping this, because you're so powerful at this point. It's almost as if there was any resistance, it doesn't seem like the resistance was even there, which is very interesting. Okay, so yeah, let's put a Tete here and a Oshun here. Okay, and you guys will go back in here. All right, let me see the opposition or the resistance. Thank you, Divinity, for these clear messages. Okay. There was a crossroad. Okay. So with Temperance here, and there, look, you had a choice. You did not have to choose being you did not have to choose to give back. You did not have to choose to be I'm just seeing someone's like cup runneth over. Like, you did not have to tap into this abundance and prosperity. It's, it's kind of like, I heard one reading the other day and it mentioned like adoption. And I thought to myself, wow, I never thought about giving my kids up for adoption. It never crossed my mind that was even an option. But this is an option. There's women and men who walk away from their families every day. There's people who give up their kids for adoption every day. And maybe that's the best option for them, okay? This is not to shame anyone here at all. Because we all have different things we have to face in life, right? But there could have been a choice that you're very aware of in your particular life where you didn't have to keep going. You genuinely could have gave up. And that's so funny. I think maybe there was like a rumor going around that I gave up my kids for adoption. That's so funny. Never crossed my mind. Like, why would I do that? But this is the opposition. So maybe the opposition was even thinking this way, like that you would do something that maybe wasn't even on your mind, right? Because I just see that you're just in this energy so powerfully, like that you're not. It doesn't even seem like this crossroad was a big deal, but this could have been an energy that was going on in the background for you. Your magic and your protection could be so powerful that this didn't touch you. Yeah, this. Five of Swords is definitely gossip, slander. I genuinely don't think this really did anything to you. It didn't. This was, whoever tried to throw this at you was weak as hell, y'all. Look, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. I feel like somebody may have tried to throw something at you, maybe some sickness to get your kids sick, maybe, like, I'm a mom, so I keep using motherhood as an example, guys. But, take the energy where it resonates in your life. Okay, everyone's not a mom here, and I respect that, right? But this slander and this bad talk, maybe about your project or about you, whatever it was, you know what it was, okay? Then it was just weak. Weak as hell. It's not even a Five of Swords upright. It's a Five of Swords in reverse. Can I see more about this opposition? Yeah, I feel like somebody was trying to call you bad mom for real. Empress card in reverse. Someone here is a mother, and people were trying you with this whole motherhood thing. But people do that all the time. They didn't think this all the way through either, with this Two of Swords here in reverse. I heard can't handle it. I'm hearing fertility again. Maybe people thought that you weren't going to be able to get pregnant, or that you weren't taking care of yourself. They could think that you weren't really taking care of your children, or these could just be like straight out lies that people are trying to spread around. I feel like people, it's giving me like this impression of people trying to like just take a little, like, say if I just took a little bit of this like potpourri rose petal, right? But say they're lies. And I give a little lie here to Susan, and I give a little lie here to Johnny, and I give a little lie here to Rachel, and a little lie here to Bill, right? And I guess they thought that they were planting like little seeds of lies about this empress, and that it's supposed to like grow or something. But these are bad seeds. Like, these seeds didn't have any root in them. Some of it wasn't even seeds. Like, it's just kind of like whimsical. Like, it's giving more like petals. Like, they thought they were seeds, but they was really petals. And the petal looks pretty and it smells good. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe this lie was really sweet, you know, but it's not really going to grow anything. It's not about to grow roots because it's not a seed. And they didn't. Okay, so your energy's kind of shielded here. So the opposition could have felt like it was working because they... I heard got you where I want you. Like, maybe they feel like they had you in a corner here. Yeah, they felt like they had your back up against a wall, y'all. Oh my gosh. Let me see more about this opposition, and then we're going to get into exactly how you conquered this curse. I want to see the curse itself. Yeah. Oh, it's telling me that they were calling you the Fool, but they don't understand the wisdom of the Fool. The Fool card is a new beginning. It's a new path, a new cycle, which means that you have the faith of a mustard seed, that you look, and he's holding a flower. Oh my gosh. And you know, you're starting this new journey. You don't know what's ahead of you, right? But you know that the divine has your back. So at this point, before anything's growing or whatever, they could have been, oh, he is foolish. They don't know what they're doing, this and that. And it could really seem that way because things have just started for you. You just started on your path, right? It's your first year moving to the city. It's your first year in college. It's your first year, you know, learning the guitar, whatever it is, right? And so it could seem really foolish. I know I made sure in my 20s that I failed a lot. I know a lot of people think, call, feel that I'm foolish, right? But I just saw a man, they were interviewing this man in Africa, and on my Instagram, the video just popped up, and I saw, he was talking about how he wishes that he got married early. He wishes that, he did certain things earlier in life, because the mistakes he feels like he's making now in his 40s, he wishes that he made them in his 20s. So now I thought to myself, he shouldn't beat himself up for that, because in your, it really doesn't matter when you make the mistake. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't matter when you fail. It doesn't feel good. Right. But I definitely had that mindset in my 20s. Like, I don't want to make these mistakes in my 40s. So I need to go all out now, but it doesn't make people treat you better, or, but you can easily get rid of those people, because now in my 30s, high school, college, whatever work I did overseas, whatever work I did in other states, right? I have a clean slate now coming back home to California now. I get to start my network over. I get to start everything over with the clean slate and the knowledge I had from being in all those situations in all those different states and across seas, all those people that have tried me, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything I failed at, all the psychology I've learned from other people, I get to take all of that now with this clean slate I have now being back at home. So as foolish as it may seem, me starting over in your 30s, your 40s, whatever it is, you actually have a lot of wisdom. Okay, as foolish as the Queen of Wands may seem, she is very knowledgeable. She's not the one to play with, right? So yeah, this was the opposition. This is how the opposition was seeing the situation. Okay. They probably built their foundations, maybe earlier or whatever. They did what they felt was right for them. You're doing what you feel is right for you. Now I want to see, I want to see this curse straight up. Yeah, it was evil eye. It was evil eye power one. It was. Okay. But yeah, they see you as a kid, this and that. The question is, have they ever done it? So I'll just give the example of like me moving a lot. Have they ever moved from state to state? Like, do they know what it's like to start over multiple times? That's the thing. Like, they're, people won't see the grand scheme of things, right? They'll just, their perception can be just so narrow. I'm just getting that this was like a small little curse or a small little thing they were trying to put on you. I don't feel like this was even actually a curse. It's more of like an illusion. There was this illusion of a curse on you. But I don't think people have the story straight at all. Because, like, think of my situation. It's easy. It could be very easy to look at me and be like, how are you here at this age? Okay, someone who's maybe stayed stable all their life or had a job in the same state with the same people in the same network. Yeah, they would be at a certain stage in their life now, right? But someone who's had, like me, who's had to, I know what it's like to restart from scratch in multiple different areas around the world, so, like, I've been there so many times, right? So, for me, it's like, it's kind of like another day, kind of, it's still, it's not easy, right? But for someone who doesn't have your backstory or doesn't know all that, that could be, they could feel like a curse is on you. They could feel like you're lazy. They could feel like so many different things, right? They could make up so many different stories just because of what the outside looks like. Four of Cups. Oh, what was my question? I think my question, I wanted to see the curse. This was the curse. That that all your cups were spilled. Naked and afraid. They could have thought like a curse of poverty was on you, like all types of stuff, guys. You didn't have anybody, you don't have any friends. When really it's the full card. Really, you're just starting a brand new cycle. I don't know what this brand new cycle was for you all. Dang, maybe this is my pile. Dang, Four of Swords, Tower card. Okay. Yeah, something could have shook up your home, okay? Even though it's not Four of Wands, right? But it's just like your foundation here is definitely swept up, taken up, right? Things just could not be looking good at all. Look at all these fours. 4 in the Tower. So in the day-to-day, you could be picking up the pieces of the day-to-day, being isolated, that back against the wall energy we have here, right? And then on the major arcana, in the grand scheme of things, it just seems like your foundation is completely, All right, so now I'm going to look at how did you overcome this? Because it doesn't look like it's looking like that anymore. How did you overcome this? You made the right decisions, okay? And I feel like you kept your back against the wall. You kind of like kept to yourself. This actually worked out in your favor, all right? You could have kept information from a Queen of Swords as well. You could have gotten help because you see this pregnant woman coming to the Queen of Swords. So there could have been some type of help here or some type of aid. I get the Queen of Swords a lot when I'm watching like judge shows Okay, so you could have gotten rid of certain addictions, right? Certain things that were holding you back with a Nazi in reverse. Yeah, someone definitely got rid of addictions or something they were holding on to. And sometimes, like when I started my workout journey, so that's getting rid of the addiction of like not working out, right? Which is really interesting because it's not that I'm cutting anything off. I'm actually adding something into my schedule, right? But it could be something like that. Like you add in a salad every day. You add in that smoothie every day, your vitamins every day, working out every day, whatever it is for you. I feel like you just let people keep talking about this foundation, about this tower. Okay? Because it was a tower here. Yeah. Oh, I just heard you saw who's who. You let the tower expose everybody to you. So what people may not understand in this situation is that you were able to see the opposition because the foundation was taken up. So this was actually a blessing. Now I have the Santa Muerte cards calling me. Yeah, you have a message from that deck for sure. Like how many times the skeleton got to come out, you know? People are looking back at this situation and realizing there's so many different things. So many different things, guys. There is confusion here, though, too, as well. On how someone who could have gone through the tower that you went through still has authority, wisdom. There's something very like high honor about this pile. But my thing is, okay, say your kingdom gets, say you're the queen of your kingdom or even the king, right? And someone takes away your kingdom and throws you in jail. You're still king. Like what? Like you're still the queen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if that's something that's in you, it's innate in you, or you grew up in a kingdom your whole life, what, you're not going to act like that just because of war or a battle and somebody overtakes, right? It doesn't stop the essence of you being who you are, even in jail, even as a captured prisoner. So I just heard You Won't Break My Soul by Beyonce. And I haven't even really listened to the, you know, I love Beyonce, but I haven't been keeping up. It's like I keep up. Everybody keeps up, right? But it's like I'm kind of outside of the beehive, honestly, right? So, you know, You Won't Break My Soul, like that's, wow. Yeah, so look, Mother of Cups, like that's what it is at the end of the day. Whatever they were trying to say about your motherhood or your kids, whatever this is, I'm just getting a strong mother energy from this in general, from the Empress to, you know, I mean, we're ending on the Mother of Cups. Whatever people were trying to say or do, even if you did give your kids up for adoption, okay, even if something did go down like that, that's kind of like taboo or whatever, I don't know if you came back to get your kids or if I don't know. Maybe you did, you know, end up getting pregnant when people thought you weren't, or your kids are taken care of and people are realizing that those were actually lies, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, But people are seeing the truth of the situation, and the truth is that you're good. You and yours are good. Okay? So, yeah, this tower wasn't a curse. It was a blessing. It showed you who people were. It showed you people's true intentions. You understand even better now, because I don't know how many times you guys have had to start over in life and make new foundations, but you have a better understanding of it now as well. So it really was, you were just in the gym, you were just getting your muscle work up. No big deal. You're tired, you're sweaty, but you're stronger. Yeah, I just see someone that's bigger, badder, better, harder, faster, harder, better, faster, stronger. Okay. Yeah, that's y'all song. Harder, better, faster, stronger. That won't kill me, can only make me stronger. Yeah, that's y'all. Okay. So yeah, really nice to have your energy on this channel. Okay, I completely relate. That's super cool. Shout out to all the super parents out there. Shout out to all the people who are getting their projects done. If it's a project, right? Whatever it is that you're doing in your life, keep it up. And don't let these illusions get you caught up, Great job at disillusioning the illusion. Okay? So much, much love. And I hope this gave you the life force rejuvenation and paradigm shift you needed for your journey. I'm honored to be on this journey with you. If you like the vibe, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, Pile 2, this is Asè. Welcome to Asè'Underground. My music cut off on me, but it's all good, okay? We're still going to rock it out. Now, our French phrase today is croissant spiritual. This is giving like spiritual thinking, okay? If you speak French and you know that I got it wrong, let me know. But it's giving spiritual thinking. Yemaya, awakening, okay? Temptation. Woo. All right. I immediately got here with Yemaya in reverse. Something with the pregnancy here, okay? And dang, I don't know why I keep picking up like this fertility thing. Somebody's fertility here. So maybe we're going to get more into fertility in this pile, because pile 1 wasn't really on the fertility. It was more about like the strength of one's soul, okay? And a little bit on talking down on motherhood, okay? Or fatherhood, or wherever people are at with that. But let's get into it. I'm hearing you won't break my soul again. Okay, let's clear the board. Clear the board. Temptation. Croissant spiritual. Let me see the curse. Confusion. Self-sabotage. A mother putting confusion on you, okay? See the curse. I just heard mother knows best, right? The mother was trying to act like, Rapunzel. She had Rapunzel's best intentions, but really she wanted Rapunzel's energy so that she could become younger. If you watch that Disney movie, it show you how older people really be trying it sometimes. I love my older people, okay? I got respect for the older generations. I really do. But it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be an older person. Like if you dated anybody older, right? And they think that they could control you because they're older, and then they try to take your youth. Okay, be careful with them old men, y'all. And they try to take, ooh, God. Look, Hierophant in reverse. Okay, Ace of Baskets. Let's talk about it. I don't know if y'all dated somebody older. Okay, I have. And sometimes they will just try to suck the youth out of you. It's horrible. I don't recommend it. But that's not everybody, right? That's not everybody. I think some people think I like older men. I don't. I really don't. They, ooh, child. They tried different things. Like, why are you going to the club? I'm going with my cousin. Like, what? Like, chill out. You so immature. Yes, I am. I'm in my 20s. I get to have fun right now. If you don't want to have fun, that's on you. Okay? And now that I'm in my 30s, I get what they're saying about their, the stability and everything. I'm there right now. But you don't get to take that away from the 20-year-olds, y'all. Okay, so I don't know if somebody is a little bit younger in this pile and you got older people trying it with you. It could be parents. It could be institutions. Okay, maybe they think they can put some candy in your face and you'll take it. Like you won't see the knife behind their back, or you won't see that they're gonna put you in the van or something like that when they give you this little piece of candy. Okay, but obviously that didn't happen because we're in the how this curse got broken video, right? So this is going to be fun to see. And you could even be older and it could just be someone with a title over you, right? And they're trying to use their title to outsmart you. Oh my gosh, my friend. And he's a man, guys, a grown man. In his upper 30s, this woman, she's a pastor, tried him, guys. Like, tried to give him an Ace of Cups. That's what this is giving. Hierophant in reverse, Ace of Cups. Trying to get in his pants, y'all. And he checking like, no, like, right? What is the pastor of a church? And I guess his mom is like friends with her. What is she doing hitting on her friend's son? And you're a pastor. I want to say a pastress. Do they have a different word for women? But you're the pastor of a church trying to get with like younger boys. Or like he's a grown man. It's legal. You know what I'm saying? But like, you trying to offer, if you play for church on Sunday and we'll pay you this much, and come back to the church this day and you could help sweep up, and it's giving that energy, y'all. It's giving that. Ooh, like, I'm so sorry. If you guys are about to deal with this. Look, and then the temptation card. This lines up. This really lines up. I'm so sorry. Even this like croissant spiritual, I don't know if, I really hope a pastor has not tried y'all or something weird like that. It could be a teacher. It could just be somebody in a position that's supposed to be a parent type figure. Like, a figure that just helps you in your next step of life, right? They help give you guidance. They help you get a job. They help, you know what I mean? They just help you on your road. They just help you on your way. But no, somebody gotta abuse their power. Peace, y'all. Okay, so I had to stop your reading. I think a day, maybe even 2 days passed by. My husband got me these beautiful sunflowers and I was like, let me just redo, the whole space. So you have a fresh, clean altar right now. And what's so crazy is that this is just giving how this curse has been broken up. Now, I didn't look back on the video that I did a day prior. Okay, so from my memory, I was telling you guys a story about how my friend was getting hit on by his pastor, and he, and I was just thinking about how intense that would be to be a man getting hit on by a female pastor, but you know what I'm saying, but not enjoying it. And how kind of like awkward that would be maybe for a man, because I wonder if people would even like, if men think that people would even believe them if it was, sexual harassment or something like that, right? But because I didn't look back on the video and I'm pulling from memory, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up again Okay. So, whoa. So, all right. Spirit, what is it that they need to know about this curse being broken? What is it that they need to know about this curse being broken? You walked away. What did they walk away from? Someone put up boundaries, walked away. I am hearing father wound. I mean, we have, even though this is the moon card, is Pa. So I also heard secretly walked away. Like maybe you didn't tell people, maybe you just stepped. What is it exactly that this pile is walking away from? Heartbreak, okay, yeah. Ooh, in your mind. Ooh. I just heard someone was abusing their authority. We had talked about the pastor earlier. But for those of you all where that's not, right, your storyline, I just used it as an example, right? But someone is physically and mentally, moving along, moving forward from someone that has abused their power. It could be a parent here, okay? We do have Pa here, even though this is the moon card. It could be something from your childhood. Maybe you didn't know something was sexual harassment in your childhood, Maybe you weren't aware that certain things were verbal abuse, or that people were pressuring you to do certain things, maybe with your money, could be with your body, okay? I might have to put a trigger alert in this for sure. But you are moving forward from all of that. You're choosing not to allow this abuse to continue. You're now in a space where you can put boundaries down. You're also in a space where you can teach other young people or your children, cousins, nephews, nieces, what is appropriate and inappropriate behavior from adults, from other children. But it all is starting with you choosing to exit from the situation and put boundaries down and not enable the behavior any longer. Congrats on that. I'm hearing that I need to pull from the African American tarot. Okay, this is my old tarot, and it's so crazy that we're talking about like abuse, right? Because I had I feel like if a tarot reader is watching this, they're gonna get so upset. But I actually had an ex throw my tarot cards. This is when I first got into tarot. Man, that was a while ago now. Maybe 20. I started before this, but maybe this happened around like 2018 or something. And I was so heavy in my spiritual journey. Yeah, it was good times, honestly. But these cards actually got thrown in the trash, and he poured oil all on the cards. And I was able to retrieve them, and that's part of the reason why they look like this, right? So, but they survived. They survived the abuse. Yeah. Seven of Cups. Yeah, a little bit about your reader in this pile, but Seven of Cups, here we go. there was confusion over the situation. I'm hearing like based on how you were raised, and then just not knowing, just confusion. When you're younger, you don't know, and you deserve grace and forgiveness for just being younger and just not knowing. It's kind of like I don't beat myself up over somebody else trying to sabotage me, right? I find that very interesting that someone else could sabotage us, and then we beat ourselves up for where we are in life. We beat ourselves up for like what do I look like apologizing for how my cards look when someone literally tried to sabotage my cards? No, that shame, that guilt, those apologies, they don't belong to you. What belongs to you is just simply taking your power back through education, or, oh, I realize that I don't know this, or I realize that this happened. Let me take the proper precautions to make sure it doesn't happen again. Make sure I get out of the situation. Like, obviously, I'm not with my ex any longer, right? Right? So, that's just knowing that you can move on and you don't have to deal with certain things. You can create an exit plan. You can create a way to get out of an abusive situation. You can create a way to, to escape. You can create an escape plan. Okay? Especially when people don't respect your things, they don't respect your property, I hope no one here has gone through someone disrespecting their body, right? But these things happen, and they can make you stronger because they teach us how to set boundaries. They teach us how to pick ourselves up, and it does get us more like in tune with ourselves as well. Because now, also, when you're on the other side, because you all, with the 6 of Knives and 8 of Cups, you are either walking currently, right? You are exiting currently. Perhaps you're not fully on the other side. For those of us that are on the other side of like abusive situations, you just appreciate the peace so much. So much. Like, I think it took me a month or so to get used to someone not nagging me all the time, to get used to someone that didn't disrespect my property, right? Things like that. So there is a transitional period, and that's okay. That's okay. That's part of the process. The beautiful thing about it on the other side is that you appreciate your partner, you appreciate your new friends, you appreciate the level up so much more, because now you understand the value of someone respecting your things. You understand the value of someone giving you space. You understand the value of someone respecting your body, not talking to you a certain way, just things like that. Once you're out of that situation, whatever situation you were going through, pile 2, and it's not something, to rush. Best thing you can do is get your nervous system regulated. Put on frequencies that will regulate your nervous system, meditations that will regulate your nervous system. Yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse, you go within yourself, and that's just so interesting. I really don't use these cards for tarot readings anymore. I usually use the newer deck, right? Just the fact that this is like discolored is like, I don't know, it's bringing back memories. But yeah, you go within with the Queen of Cups reverse. Go within and mother yourself. Guide yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Treat yourself, the way perhaps your inner child never got treated. The way you would have wanted to be treated as a child. Like, think back to when you were a kid and how you wish, how you wish adults maybe cared for you. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you wish they were more patient. Maybe you wish they explained things better, Even if you had the perfect parents, right? As we know as parents now, parents make mistakes, and unfortunately, and we all have to go back in and do the inner healing. And there's gifts there. There's so many with the Seven of Cups here as well, next to this Queen of Cups in reverse. There's so many gifts when you do your inner child healing, right? So these are like the next steps. You might find an art project you never got to do. You might find that you really love to sing. Don't suppress singing. If you love singing, guys, don't suppress the art. Anything that you really wanted to do when you were a kid, maybe you suppressed it so much with the moon card in this other pile here. You could have suppressed it so much that you didn't even know that that's something that you wanted to do now, and it could be time to pick it up now. That's going to give you an Ace of Cups. That's going to gift your soul. That's going to be a gift to your soul. I just also heard, if you guys know Brittany the Intuitive, I'm sure you guys do, and how she feeds her inner child. I just thought about her too. Yeah. Oh man, I love you guys so much, and I'm just so happy you broke this curse, okay? This curse of people violating, and this curse of you also not getting your needs met, because you're about to get your needs met, because you're about to do the work with being your own, your own parent, your own mother, your own father, and you're about to give yourself what you never got as a kid, right? You're about to give that to yourself, and that is so beautiful. And I'm just thinking about, how you're going to regulate your nervous system, and how just all the healing that you're about to do. Okay. Definitely, therapy does help. It does. Therapy is great. So that's also something, to think about. All right. Just go ahead and get any and all the tools you can in your toolbox, because you deserve it. Okay. You really do. There's so many gifts you have to offer other people, and you can't offer all those gifts that you're supposed to offer the world and others if you don't go in and find out exactly what those different gifts are. I wouldn't be doing tarot. I wouldn't be staff wielding. I wouldn't be singing. I wouldn't be, there's so many things, if I didn't simply meditate, if I didn't go into a trance state. I wouldn't be playing ukulele if I didn't do my inner child healing. So meditation and going into the trance state, regulating your nervous system, I'm telling you, there are superpowers in there. Okay, so if you've heard me yap on and on about all this, I just hope it gave you the life force rejuvenation and paradigm shift that you needed to activate your superpowers straight up. Okay. Because what was the point in breaking the curse if you don't get a superpower out of it? There's so many superpowers to collect in this video game of spirituality. So So do that. Collect your superpowers, okay? And your soul group, we're all waiting. We're all waiting here for you to show it out so we can support you. All right. So much love, you guys. If you like the vibe, subscribe. All right. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace. What's up, pile 3? I did not realize that I did 4 of these piles. But you see, the altar's all different and everything. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but definitely breaking curses over here. So there's a lot going on. Let's see. Guérir les blessures du past. Is this healing the wounds of the past? If you speak French, let me know. I speak conversational French, guys. So I'm not fluent. It might sound like I'm fluent sometimes if you hear me talk to my husband, but it really depends on the topic. Like if I know the words in a topic, then I can speak it, but there's so many different dynamics with French and stuff. It's like, ooh, child. It's like, will I ever be fluent? Jeez. We got alchemy and speak up. Yeah, I'm trying to speak up in French. But anyway, 33, 6. What is this? 8, 9, 10, 11, 2. 6 and 2. 6 is a beautiful motherly number. 2 is that duality. Queen Nefertiti, alchemy. Now I'm thinking about remember the time. Because my kids watch it every day. I told y'all my mom has my kids hooked on Michael Jackson. And my middle child loves watching Remember the Time like every day. And you know that scene where Iman is like the queen. So yeah. 2 of staffs. Okay. Let's see what's up with this curse that's been broken. Let's set this up. Set it up. Okay. I really like this is healing wounds of the past with this butterfly card here. What's up? Three of baskets. Let me see the curse. Let me see the curse. Does that have to do with friends, family? Let me see the curse. Okay. Looks like you broke up curse of poverty. Let me see the whole storyline with this. Okay, Empress, all right. Oh, it's coming in fast. What's coming in fast? Are you traveling? What's happening? Ooh. A child. Son of baskets. Oh, some information is coming in fast, y'all. An invitation, a baby shower. But what does the 5 of coins have to do with this? Oh, maybe you felt left out. Okay, it might not be about money. Okay, if you're trying to get pregnant, I'm seeing the Empress, the Son of Bat. It's given a yes. It's if you didn't think that you could this is just for people who maybe have been trying to get pregnant or something like that. Okay, that's looking fruitful. That's looking like that's coming in fast. I don't know if somebody was trying to stop it or what, but that's looking really good. Now, if it was a project, a creative project, okay, maybe a creative business or something like that, that's also looking like it's coming in fast. I don't know if you didn't have the funding to back it up at one point, or maybe people weren't supporting you, or there's something that was lacking here. But it seems that you are going to have a creative idea, or you're going to make a way out of no way, or something miraculous is happening here. Okay? I'd be surprised if I didn't get the Wheel of Fortune, because that's what I'm feeling right now. Why was this a curse, though? That's what I'm not understanding. Why was this a curse? Okay, just shoot us down then, okay. It's something to do with your mental. There was a blockage in your mind about this, and you probably, it looks like you freed the blockage up with the Eight of Wands. Like maybe you thought, you know, this couldn't happen, and it's happening. It's happening fast. I mean, Eight of Wands and Six of Knives. It's happening really fast. You're moving to calmer waters, I just heard. You're healing. Kind of like I'm getting, they want me to point to this butterfly again of you healing past wounds. Kiri. Yo. Guéris les blessures du passé. Something like that, y'all. I'm gonna get it together, guys. Father of Coins. Ooh. That's what, wow. So, Five of Pentacles to Father of Coins? That is crazy. Now I'm hearing got me working day, night. Oh, yo. Somebody about to hustle? Or you got some type of opportunity. You have some type of business opportunity that allows you to travel or to be on the go or some type of project. Something's happening for you guys. Let's see what the African American Tarot has to say. I still don't understand when I just saw King of Pentacles and then it went back in the deck. What is this about? Oh my gosh, Hierophant card. There's some wisdom here as well. Ooh, ooh. No way. King of Pentacles, guys. Y'all saw me shuffle. No way. No way. Yeah. Yeah, it's over. It's over. This could be hidden. It's not the moon card, but I'm getting that this could be hidden. Like people could not know or you didn't even know. Like I feel like this snuck up on y'all. What? Y'all see spirit don't play, right? Wait, what is it that you're supposed to know about this curse? I'm so confused. But remember I remember that I said that was more of like a mental block. Oh my gosh, Six of Knives came out again. Confirming that yes, this was a mental block. It wasn't a curse. It was, well, let's see what this next card is. Okay, now Nine of Sticks in reverse. I heard you could put your defenses down. Oh, I for some reason I also heard Harriet Tubman, like Underground Railroad. Because you're a leader. See, here's the thing about the king energy. The king doesn't just do for himself, right? Like the queen is going to make sure she's good and like her family's good. But the king energy, the inspiration, the energy is felt by the community. Okay, I just got a vision of like, it's not a vision, but like spirit just reminded me of when I was on the island, and I would consider myself Five of Pentacles actually on the island in this particular moment in time, and it was Christmas, and so I said, okay, let's go ahead and get sponsors with the different businesses, and I'll take my fruit stand. It was like a gazebo. My husband and his family, they had helped me build up this like gazebo, right? And so I said, okay, I'll get it like a black Santa, right? Because the village is predominantly black. right? I'll get a black Santa and I'll go to these different businesses. We'll sponsor the money. Or they don't have to give money. They could give gifts. They could give, whatever they want to put, and we'll give out like free gifts to the kids, right? And then they could take pictures with Santa. It would be really cool, So that's the type of energy. Like, it's when the king energy is when you're able to affect the community, and you don't have to hand out money. You don't have to be Mansa Musa, right? Like, you could just, it could be inspiration. Inspiration is more King of Wands, though. King of Pentacles, it's more, yeah, like gifts, or you're giving everybody a job. Okay, you all could have had like grandparents. I don't know why I'm talking about my exes in these. I had another ex though, like his grandfather during segregation, when segregation was when segregation was desegregated in the during the civil rights movement. His grandfather became the principal, and he was able to give a lot of different African Americans jobs, teaching positions, custodian jobs, all these different things. And so he was upheld in the community because he was able to give people different like salaries, right? This is the type of energy that the King of Pentacles holds. And it's just so interesting because I never explained the King of Pentacles like this. But for you guys to have two cards, I guess I had to give you two different stories, two different ways that this could go. Because what you're breaking up here, it's bigger than yourself. It's bigger than you getting out of Five of Pentacles. You more than likely are pulling other people out of Five of Pentacles as well. So somebody here, you're giving out jobs. You're giving out, if it's not Christmas gifts, then you're I don't know, you're teaming up with other businesses, or you're getting sponsors. Maybe you're working with brands. There's so many different ways that this could, happen, but you are in a position to bless other people. And you're not giving them the fish, but you're teaching them how to fish. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. How is this going to affect? And this is kind of haunting me here. High Priestess. Right? But it's giving that like Queen Nefertiti energy, and then the alchemy of it all. Like, how did you turn coal into gold? How do you go from Five of Pentacles to King of Pentacles? Like, it's pretty wild. Okay? The speak up energy. Look at that harvest. And then all these, I just talked about the civil rights movement, right? I didn't even notice all these fists up here. Like this kind of like fight the power. Can you actually fight the power without economic power? I had to read this book in college when I was getting my emphasis in African American studies. And it talked about the different freedoms that they gave African Americans. Suffrage, the right to vote, is a type of freedom. Your actual, physical freedom. But we were not given economic freedom. That is a freedom that is so essential. And it's something that we have access to it now, right? But it wasn't something that we were given out of slavery. Now, maybe some were. Right. So anyway, as I was saying, economic freedom is a huge thing. And there's a lot of different freedoms, well, not freedoms, but there's a lot of different freedoms people can give. But what is it really without the economic freedom that's just so essential in a capitalist society, for sure, So let's end this. And y'all see I rested for Juneteenth, right? Oh my gosh. I didn't necessarily plan to, but it worked out that way. I was like, I'm going with it. I don't like this. I don't like this 3 of Knives next to this 10 of Baskets. This looks like heartbreak from family, okay? So Spirit sees that. If family, I didn't get 7 of Swords, ooh, but 9 of Knives is on top of the deck. 9 of Knives is on top of the deck. So if you have any anxiety or, feelings around family, any heartbreaks around family, okay? Spirit sees that. Spirit sees you. And I heard it's, it's over. Whatever they did to you, you don't have to do to your family, right? You can release this anxiety now. You can release this stress now. Because, yeah. Like I said, someone's about to just be blessed, bless other people, okay? Yeah, there's something here that maybe they don't approve of. So, you're going into this new cycle not with certain people. Like, certain people not coming with you, okay? Maybe they didn't approve of a relationship, or I don't know, they tried something here with this heartbreak and this 10 of Baskets, and now we got the Lovers card in reverse. Like, everybody can't come with you, and that's okay. It's okay. What's this? Yeah, 5 of Coins again. They're going to be left out of this. Yeah, so everybody's not going to be blessed by whatever this is, okay, with this King of Coins. Some people are going to be left out, and I want to know how you guys can heal that, okay? Because, like, if you're an empath like me, then you'll feel the heartbreak. You'll feel other people's, stress and stuff like that. Feel other people's insecurities. Feel like it's just a lot. So we want to, okay, this is the card they want me to, oh, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You know what they told me? They said, girl, man, whoever you are, look, you don't want to go back to that old cycle, okay? These people will drag you down, and they will make your Wheel of Fortune supposed to be upright. These past people are going to make your Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You don't want your Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, so they got to go. Okay, that's the closure. They're being really snippy and snappy with us today, okay, or right now. Like, nope, get out of your feelings, get out of, feeling other people's hurt and all this kind of stuff, because you have a mission to fulfill. You have a purpose to fulfill. You have other people to bless. You have other things to do. Okay, so you don't have time to be getting caught up in this old cycle with these old people, old family members, whoever, whatever it is. All right, and that's that. So I'm going to end that there. Okay, I hope that gave you the life force rejuvenation and paradigm shift that you needed for your journey. I'm honored to be on this journey with you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you like the vibe, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Peace, Pile 4. This is Ashay. Welcome to Asè'Underground. We are talking about what curse you have broken. Now, I've noticed in the other piles that some of these things weren't even curses. Some of these things are mental blocks or illusions. Things that it could feel like a curse, but it could be something completely different. So let's see what it is in this pile and get to it. Now, you all got the 5 of Swords, Radical Rebirth, and Retreat, or like retreat, rest, okay? So with the 5 here too, that's like people see it as like struggle and conflict in tarot, right? You can think of it as also like changes. Everybody don't like change, you know, so, but I like this change because it's radical rebirth. It's giving phoenix rising. And we have 5 of Gourds. So 5 is definitely a theme here. You could be coming out of depression, okay? Depression, sadness, grief. You could be rising out of that, attempting to rise out of it. It could be a struggle, all right? It could be something that you battle with. Rest could be needed, right? So let's look into it. What is this really about? What's going on? What's going on here? Okay, that's crazy. I started with this deck. Yeah, this is giving me an energy of being stuck. Okay, so you could have been in this energy for a minute. You could have felt defeated. Maybe you felt like there was slander, people talking about you, but I'm just getting more of like a stuck energy. Okay, Temperance and 5 of Swords in reverse. And now we have Ace of Sticks. So something here has caught your attention, caught your enthusiasm. Maybe you did some solar plexus healing. You got passionate about something again, and it is giving you that spark to get out of this stuck energy. Okay. You're no longer, somebody here got focused. Somebody here realize that there's life to live, that there's fun to have, there's things to do. Okay, you could have decided somehow that you don't want to juggle this back and forth between like the depression and happiness. Like, you're ready to live your life. This is kind of like when it hits you that, like, say you lost someone you really loved, and then it hits you that they loved you so much that they will want you to continue to live your life in love. Like, they wouldn't want you to be in the bed sad all day. They wouldn't want you to whatever it is, you know. They wouldn't want your life to pass you by. They would want you to have fun. They would, you know, all that good stuff. And when you realize that, then it's like you start having fun in their honor. You start living your life in their honor, right? Like, let me get up, get dressed, dress my best, do my best, put myself out there in honor of my loved one, and in honor of my ancestry, in honor of this grief. Okay? That is how some people mourn, right? And you definitely could have transitioned into that part of the mourning process. I believe there's like 7 stages of grief. So, dang, congratulations. Because definitely could have been a long road, right? For some of you, months, others of you guys, years. Yeah, 3 of Knives in reverse. This is, I just saw a scar that's like healed over. So it's not bleeding, and it's not, you know, slowly getting back. It's like, I saw a scar that's like scabbed over. I don't think that it's like ready to pop off yet and show that brand new skin, but almost. Okay? Like, you are really in like the last part of the process. Like, what else are they supposed to know about this curse that they broke? What are they supposed to know about this curse that they broke? Okay, 3 cards. Okay. All right. Eight of Coins in reverse, Six of Baskets in reverse, Son of Sticks in reverse. I heard there's many gifts for you, okay? There were gifts in your past and there's gifts in the present. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this. But someone could have lost a son or a child, okay? I could be projected onto the reading because my cousin lost her baby and it's going on, I guess it's going on 11 months now. But I'm also seeing Son of Sticks in reverse, Six of Baskets in reverse, Eight of Coins. The amount of work it takes to be pregnant for that long, right? For 9 months, just for your baby not to, and I really had to put a trigger alert on this. I'm not trying to trigger anybody in this at all. And then I was just talking to my friend, and she also lost her child, unfortunately, in a drowning incident. So I don't want to project onto the reading, right? But with the Son of Sticks in reverse, Six of Baskets is like a past memory. Eight of Coins is that, it's that work. Yeah. It's really tough. It's a really tough subject, guys. So you could have even felt like you lost a gift, or you lost like a limb, or you know what I'm saying? You guys understand? A friend, maybe a friend in childhood, okay? I gotta take my time with this. Maybe you're trying to be there for a friend. Maybe you're like me and it's something kind of like outside of yourself. Could have affected your work for sure, right? But I'm just getting like that this is in the past. This type of energy is like spirit acknowledging what it is that you went through. If this story matches up, okay? And they are so like your baby, okay, your limb, yeah, whatever it is that's gone, and spirit, they're so proud of you for being able to live life in honor of that, right? So like my grandmother, right? My grandmother's missing. She lost 3 fingers to cancer. She only has these 2 fingers on her dominant hand, on her right hand. But she still knits. You'll still catch her. No, not knitting. You'll catch her crocheting. She made this beautiful newborn basket for my baby girl. That's what she does for the newborn. She'll crochet like these beautiful baskets for them to sleep in when they're born. Blankets, all types of stuff, even though her 3 fingers are gone. That's what this energy is given. It's like you've lost something, but it's like, again, in honor of it, you're still living, you're still crafting, you're still doing art, you know what I'm saying? You're still putting in, you're still getting joy even through the loss. This is breaking up this curse, right? Whatever you felt like was cursed onto you, or this isn't really a curse either. This is more of like a very unfortunate situation. Okay, so whatever wording you want to use. Some of you all could be very aware that this was a curse, okay? And that, something... is the right word, paranormal, happened in the situation, okay? And then others of you could know that this happened to you so that you could heal, give, emancipate, show others how to get joy out of the situation. Despite them losing a limb, despite, someone else I know, had their whole stomach taken, right? Like, something like that could have happened. There's so many different things that are happening around us that people are going through that we're not even aware of. So many different health issues. A lot is going on, and it really is a gift when these things happen in our lives that we're able to pull out on the other side and really get true joy out of our lives despite the fact of the loss. I just saw the star card, which is the grandchildren card, which is like, yes, honey, which is, your legacy continuing. So my daughter wants me to end the reading so she can sleep. So I'm going to end it. She didn't have her nap today, so she's super tired. Oh, Spirit gave me all these cards. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can read all these. Can I get something more simple, Spirit? Like something. Queen of Mother of Sticks. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. So keeping bold, keeping out there, decorate your scars, okay? Keep expressing your heartbreak, create music out of it, art out of it, poetry out of it. If you're like my grandmother, crochet, okay? Whatever it is, if you need to model your scars or just, create community with it as well. Just know that every time you do that with your heartbreak, with your loss, you are breaking up curses, not only for yourself, but for others as well, because you're showing, you're giving a voice to others, when you create out of that pain. So I hope this gave you the life force rejuvenation and paradigm shift that you needed for your journey. I'm honored to be on this journey with you all. And I'll